When I think back to when this all started, when the Withered Hand had captured me and was holding me beneath the city, I can't believe how far we've come. It wasn't easy, but we've defeated the Withered Hand. We're heroes now.
Did I overhear correctly? Faharajad asked you to go to Evermore? Sounds like that place is shaping up to be a real trouble spot. I wish I could come along, but the guild's got me doing something else. Probably not nearly so interesting.
My father would be very proud of us, I think. You have ensured that the honor of the Ashaba will abide. I am grateful that I can count on you as one of our tribe. You are as generous and kind as you are brave, my brother. I hope we walk the sands together again someday. Until then, remember, true honor need not be named.
We're getting reports in from all over the desert. Withered Hands crumbling fast. We did it, my friend. We did it.
Believe it or not, this is the High Temple of Sata Kalam. Everyone agreed it was the most beautiful temple in all Alakir, before the Imperials came. But they have defiled our sacred space. I do not know how we can restore its former glory. Because they are worshippers of Molag Bal. They spit on our faith. They spit on our culture. They spit on our gods. Not only did they kill the other priests, but they ransacked the building, taking everything of value and destroying the rest. I don't know. Perhaps. All these other things can be replaced, but they took the temple's relics, sacred ornaments that date back to the time of the regatta. If you could reclaim these relics, that would be a start. If you can restore our relics, perhaps my faith will return, and we can restore the temple. There are 3 relics missing. They represent body, mind, and spirit. The Sword of Shabnam, Majil's Scroll, and the Lamp of the Sarakalam. Sadly, I do not know. The Imperials have stolen them and taken them I know not where. Perhaps we must trust in the gods. If it is their will that the temple be restored, they will guide your steps. They are the sacred tokens of this temple. All temples have relics to honor the gods, but these are specific to us. They were dedicated centuries ago when the temple was built. They represent the aspects of the Red Guard in mind, body, and spirit. I would gladly trade places with any of them, and I tried. I begged the Imperials to take my life, but they left me. They wanted me to stay here and suffer with the knowledge of my useless faith.
I used to work in Kulati mines. Good thing you closed them. They were too dangerous.
You return. I cannot believe. Do you have the relics? I did not believe. I prayed and prayed, but felt nothing. I was convinced the gods had deserted me. But you are their sign to me. You must act with the honors, of course. Replace the relics on their respective altars. I believe I can sense the gods returning already. I lost my faith, but you have restored it. No, you have done enough. More than enough. You have restored the temple's treasures. These relics were all that was here when the temple was built, and they are all that is needed for it to be rebuilt.
If this isn't the dumbest strategy I ever heard, I don't know what is. I tell you, things grow darker here by the damn hour. Reachmen are right down there. Came in by boat, took the lighthouse, and now they're crawling up in the woods to assess our defenses. And our orders are to just sit here and watch. Captain Huron's fought the bastards' leader before, Strasnock. He says we're outmatched and we have to just wait them out. I say the captain's a few links shy of a full chain. With our defenses weakened, we can't risk waiting. Absolutely. Captain's ordered us to hold back, but not you. And he did say we need more outside help. Morale's been down in the dung heap since King Aemon died. If you can lop off this Strasnock's head, it'd be an inspiration to the men. I won't lie to you, friend. Things are grim. The king and his heirs are dead. Our forces decimated. Crows are everywhere. People have lost hope. Bring Strasnock's head to Captain Huron at the South Gate. That'll be a big win for us. The king's brother, Duke Renchant. He's at least acting as regent right now. Should have been Queen Argella who took over, but she's not been herself. Understandable after losing her husband and her children, but the people miss her. I wouldn't say that. They just don't know him. Renchant's doing the best he can with what he's got. He's taking action. He's the one who put Captain Huron in charge of defenses. I'm trying not to hold that against him, though. I shouldn't talk bad about the captain. He's probably the right man for the job. He's a Nord, and he's fought the Reachmen before. With most of our officers dead, the Duke only had so many options, and we had to have someone new. Sir Jarnet? Poor old sot. He was escorting Princess Alara when she got ambushed and killed. Jarnet would have been better off if he had died there too. I thought the Queen was going to have him executed. He got off lucky, really. Beats the oblivion out of me. Ever since King Aemon died, they've been showing up all over the city. With all their cackling, it's a damn plague. Creepy, too. They're just sitting there, watching us. It's like they've come to see us all die.
They say the Weiruses drove an old witch out of the Hag Fen. Even so, the weird sisters make me nervous.
So you're the one wreaking havoc down there among those hawkers. I've tangled with a reachman or two in my day, and my helmet's off to anyone who charges into their ranks that way. Don't suppose you've come to enlist in the town guard, have you? You have old Strasnock's head? Shows bones. Somebody buy this crazy bastard a cup of mead. If you like to cut off reachman heads, you've come to the right place, my friend. Have you met Duke Renchant? The Duke will want to meet you. Good. Take your time, though. Rest up. You've earned it. The Duke will know of your deed, and you can go see him in the castle when you're ready. He'll reward you well. Might even offer you my job. It's yours if you want it.
Got what you need?
I don't know if you picked the best time to visit Evermore, but if you know how to use that weapon, I expect you will be treated as an honored guest. Please excuse me, though. I must see to my duties. Ah, my true king. I knew he had not forgotten us. I am certain there are many ways you can help. You should speak to Duke Renchant if you haven't already. Oh, and Queen Argela's handmaiden. She's very sharp. I, for one, am very glad Faharajad sent you. Many here in Evermore believe the rest of the Covenant has forgotten us.
If you have a moment, I would appreciate a word. Pardon my intrusion, but I would speak to you on behalf of Queen Argela. I am her handmaiden. The Queen has heard of your recent accomplishments, and she asked me to make a private request on her behalf. He is. The Queen stepped aside, but she remains the rightful ruler of the kingdom, and she still cares deeply for its people. Even now, in mourning, she attends to wounded soldiers and refugees in the chapel, but she has other concerns as well. Quite frankly, she's concerned about the city's defenses, but of course, she cannot publicly question the Duke's policies. This is why we were hoping you could discreetly investigate to see if there's any merit to some of the rumors we've heard. Her Majesty would ask you to inspect the defenses at the East Gate and ask the former guard captain, Sir Jarnet, for his assessment of the Duke's strategy. If you are willing, the Queen also wishes to know why a refugee was put in the stocks. I know Her Majesty would appreciate if you gave these matters the highest priority. After you've completed your investigation, come speak to the Queen at the Chapel of St. Pellin. If there are problems, she should know as soon as possible. Sadly, I expect you are most likely to find him in the tavern, drinking away his sorrows. After Princess Ilara was killed while under his protection, the Queen herself demanded he step down. He was crushed. By no means does she wish to reinstate him, but Sir Jarnet was the captain of the guard here in Evermore for more than a decade. He was a longtime friend of King Aemond as well. The Queen simply wants to hear his assessment of the city's defenses. If we knew that, we wouldn't have to ask for your assistance. The bottom line is that the Queen deferred to Duke Rentiant because she believed he was better suited to defend the city. Now, she simply wants to make sure he's doing a good job. Just vague rumors. Let's face it, our forces were devastated in the last battle with the Reachmen, and there is no doubt our defenses are stretched thin. We just want to make sure that everything possible is being done to protect the city. With the city in such dire straits, the Queen is determined to avoid controversy. If people heard she was inquiring as to the state of the city's defenses, there would be an uproar. If you conduct the inquiries, however, it can be more discreet.
This is absurd. I've committed no crime. And they're just gonna leave me here. I would say to Rut, but I will never get that chance. I'll be speared through when the city is taken. And then these damn crows will eat my remains. For speaking the truth, nothing more. The Imperial Army has just conquered the largest city in southern Backloggery. And mark my words, they will come here next. Because I have just come from Holland Stand. The Imperials infiltrated the city and seized it overnight. They enslaved half the population. They will do the same here. But when I suggested this to the guards, they locked me up. They said I was spreading half-truths and paranoid delusions. They said the people here have had enough fear with the Reachmen and cannot afford to hear my ravings. Please, you must get me out of here. I don't want to be eaten by crows.
When the truth is silenced, it is the people who are shackled.
Please, at least make sure.
The people eye the north with fearful eyes, but it's from the south that the storm approaches. With an open mind, one hears truth, however dark it may be. No! The telling has already been done. I am here to listen and to watch. I'm a crow. What more do you need to know? No trinkets, but the box has not been opened. The time for gifts has not yet come. Great gifts often appear as a surprise, but sometimes the surprise should be spoiled. I know what I see, but it is not me who needs to know. It's you. I know this is a desperate city in desperate times, but this is not the gift the city needs.
My prices can't be beat.
Who are you? Can't you see I'm having a drink with my friend here? Might as well embrace the crows. They're here to stay. If anyone goes, it'll be us, not them. With 15 guards and a couple quivers of arrows? Not a chance! Everyone's dead. The king, the prince, the knights and soldiers. The job's almost done, just a few stragglers left. You know who I'm talking about? Me and you, that's who. Renchant? Sure. He's realistic, at least. He knows we can't last a day unless we get some help from the outside. Of course, the new guard captain, Huron, doesn't seem to want any help. The lout brushed off an offer from the Fighters Guild. Sure enough, Huron said he's exploring other options. Don't know what those options are. Don't hear much down here, though. Say, why don't you ask the crow? I swear the thing's talking. Probably knows more than we do. More than me, at least.
When there's no knowledge in the tops of towers, check the bottoms of bottles. One can witness the larger view from on high, but one must come down below to see what hides in shadows. The light hides in shadows, but only there can it shed on secrets. A secret hole is no secret, but all knowledge has its time.